Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, panic and terror engulf the city of Metropolis as the Ghost Brigade threatens to strike again. As Superman and the Metropolis police frantically search the length and breadth of the city for what is seemingly the ghost of Jack the Ripper, Lois Lane saunters down a darkened side street on her way home, unaware of a gaunt figure wrapped in an old-fashioned English cape and wearing a wide-brimmed black hat dogging her footsteps. Halfway down the block, the girl reporter pauses momentarily, peering through the inky blackness.
Now, why in the world are the streetlights out? It'd be silly if I couldn't even find my own house.
Then, as she takes a tentative step forward, she is suddenly conscious of someone moving behind her. A heavy footfall, then another and another, approaching in deadly, deliberate rhythm. With a gasp of sudden instinctive fear, Lois spins around, but her wildly searching eyes can see nothing. And as blind, choking panic wells up within her, the smothering blanket of darkness seems to whirl her away into another world. A world that echoes with the sound of approaching doom.
Gang, I just saw a movie that I think is terrific. It's got punch, excitement, and a new idea I know you'll go for. The name of this film is Make Way for Youth. And it's all about kids just like you. Not fake make-believe characters, but honest-to-goodness fellows and girls who ring true in everything they say and do. What's more, the acting isn't done by professional actors, but by high school boys and girls from Madison, Wisconsin. And what a job they do. Melvin Douglas is the narrator of Make Way for Youth, and the story he tells packs a smashing wallop. It begins with a fight between a bunch of high school kids that rocked a town back on its heels. Now, I don't want to give the whole plot away, so I'll just tell you a little bit about what happens. Because of that fight, the kids of the town get together in a youth council. All the different clubs of boys and girls in the town send delegates to a general meeting where they get together and discuss plans for big doings in which all the clubs are to take part. And you'd be surprised how many groups belong to youth councils all over the country. There's the Boy Scouts, the YMCA, the YWCA, the YMHA, the 4-H clubs, the Campfire Girls, and plenty more besides. The movie Make Way for Youth shows how a typical youth council works and some of the things it can and does do. If you haven't been lucky enough to see this wonderful picture yet, ask your school or the neighborhood Y, your 4-H club, Boy Scout troop, or whatever organization you belong to arrange a showing of Make Way for Youth. Arrange for all the kids in your town to see it. Believe me when I tell you that Make Way for Youth is a movie you don't want to miss.
And now, the adventures of Superman. Realizing that he must track down and destroy the mysterious Ghost Brigade before he can help Perry White counter the attempts to wreck his administration and drive him out of the office of mayor, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, revisited the Wax Museum with Monsieur Brabant, the sculptor who fashioned most of the wax statues. Kent hoped that Brabant could offer some explanation for the seemingly supernatural activities of the statues of Captain Kidd, Jesse James, and the other infamous members of the Ghost Brigade. However, before the sculptor could volunteer any information, Kent suddenly noticed that one pedestal was empty, a pedestal which had supported the statue of a deadly assassin who, in years gone by, roamed the streets of London, leaving a trail of brutal, cold-blooded murder in his wake. Now the ghost of Jack the Ripper was loose in Metropolis. A few hours later, as dusk settled over the city, the first report of the Ripper's murderous activities reached City Hall, and the entire police department was alerted. Prowl cars ranged every street. Policemen on foot watched every pedestrian. And, resuming his true identity, Superman took to the air to help in the desperate search. But as the Man of Steel rockets through the night sky, skimming over rooftops, darting through narrow streets and twisting alleys, scanning every shadowy doorway for a glimpse of the maniacal killer, his amazing vision fails to penetrate the Stygian gloom of a small side street, where Lois Lane, helpless and alone, stands paralyzed with fear as the footsteps of the killer come closer and closer.
Who's there? Answer me. Who's there?
Just then, however, a car rounds the far corner of the block, and twin beams of light cut through the darkness. The tall, dark-cloaked figure is clearly illuminated, a figure towering over Lois, upraised hand clutching a steel-bladed knife. The girl's horrified scream rises clearly through the night air, reaching the keen ears of Superman flying high above the city.
Great Scott! That may be an attack by the Ripper. Down! Down! What? You'll have to use better steel than that, my friend.
Superman, I didn't do nothing.
No, just a little attempted murder. Come here.
No, let go.
Relax or I'll break you in two.
Hey, what's going on here?
It's all right, friend. Everything's under control now.
Gosh, it's Superman.
Thanks for driving down this street. If you hadn't, this poor girl would be dead now.
Well, gosh, you sure she ain't? She's lying awful quiet.
She's all right. She only fainted.
Oh. Well, anything I can do, Superman?
No, thanks. I can handle things. Come on, you.
Put me down. Put me down.
Oh, no. We're going on a little trip. Yeah. Now, Lois under my other arm, and we're all set. There we are. Up, up, and away!
Now, blast it, Henderson, will you stop that infernal pacing? How do you expect me to keep calm when the head of my police department is a nervous wreck?
I'm sorry, Mr. White, but I can't help it. Why don't we get any reports? All my men are out. They're turning the city upside down. We should hear something.
Well, no news is good news. Oh, every time that phone rings, I think Jack the Ripper has another victim.
Good evening, Inspector Henderson.
What?
Mr. White.
Superman! Caesar! Superman! What in blazes is going on?
It's all over, Mayor White. You don't have to worry anymore. I've got Jack the Ripper right here under my arm.
Great jumping bullfrogs.
Well, who's the girl?
Oh.
What? Why, it's Lois.
Yes, she had a bad scare and she fainted, but she seems to be coming around now. Here, I'll put her on the couch.
Get some water, Henderson.
Right. But let me get a look at that Ripper guy.
You will, Inspector. He's going to stick around for a long time.
Oh.
Easy, Miss Lane.
What?
Take it easy.
Why, Superman.
That's right.
And you, Chief.
Yes, Lois.
But what happened? What am I doing here?
Here's the water.
Superman apparently pulled you out of a jam, Lois.
It's him. It's Jack the Ripper.
Steady now.
Keep him away from
No,
me.
he won't hurt you now.
Here, Lois, take some water.
No, I'll be all right.
Well, then let me have it, Mayor White. Let's give the Ripper a good face wash. Get some of that makeup off.
No, let go of me.
Hold still, you.
No, look.
There, that's better.
Let me see his face.
Take a look.
Why, it's Turkey Morgan. Who? Turkey Morgan. He used to be my Hickey's right-hand man before Hickey went to prison.
Wow.
You mean to say that this fellow has been all those ghosts?
So it seems.
But why? I don't understand.
Turkey knows. He'll tell us. Come on, Turkey.
No, I don't know nothing.
Turkey, remember the little flying trip we just took from uptown? I noticed you didn't enjoy it too much. Perhaps another spin at 5,000 feet might loosen your tongue.
No.
Sometimes my hands get cold up there and I drop what I'm carrying.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would. Inspector Henderson, will you open the window, please?
Sure.
Give him a good ride, Superman.
The best. Let's go, Turkey.
No, don't put me down. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything.
All right, go ahead.
Let me catch my breath.
Catch it fast or you'll be losing it for a long time.
He's stalling. Come on, Turkey, open up. Okay, give me a chance.
Remember, Turkey, we've got you on a charge of attempted murder.
All right. Here it is. The guy behind the whole deal. The guy who thought it up and figured it out is...
Look out, Turkey!
Suddenly, like an arrow sped from a bow, Superman leaps at Turkey Morgan in a flying tackle, sending him sprawling just as a shot rings out. And a bullet meant for the gangster buries itself in the wall. Who fired the shot, timed to eliminate Turkey Morgan an instant before he was about to reveal the man behind the mystery of the Ghost Brigade? We'll know in a moment when we hear the exciting climax of our story. So keep listening.
So he said, so she said, so they said, so we said, yaddata, yaddata, yat. Some people keep talking, They never stop talking. People like that should be shot. If the things that they say never come to an end, they don't stop for breath or for thought. They'll repeat, just like records, again and again, the tidbits of gossip they've caught. They never will think, is it true what I say? Is it something I ought to repeat? Instead, they'll just giggle and whisper to you. You heard Johnny Jones is a cheat. These jerks pick up everything nasty they hear. They never say somebody's swell. But, brother, if once you do anything wrong, you can bank on it. These guys will tell. They come up with some of the strangest remarks. They must have the brains of a pigeon. You should hear the ridiculous things that they say about other folks' race or religion. We know that the way we worship our God doesn't make any difference down deep. That a regular Joe is a regular Joe. And a creep, well, he's still just a creep. But facts never stop dopes from babbling on. The truth might not have as much zip. They'd much rather sell you some nice, juicy lies. Stay away from this bunch. Take our tip. For you can be sure as can possibly be that your name is somewhere on their list. If they've got gossip to tell about you, there's no chance that you're going to be missed. So never be sucker enough to believe the gossip of yatters. They never know anything you'll want to hear. And nothing they say really matters.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. Just as Turkey Morgan, captured by Superman and brought to Mayor Perry White's office, was about to reveal the name of the man behind the mystery of the Ghost Brigade, a shot rang out. Moving with the speed of light, Superman caught Morgan in a flying tackle and sent him sprawling as the bullet, intended to silence him forever, passed harmlessly over his head and embedded itself in the wall. Now, a split second later, the Man of Steel is up on his feet, heading for the door of the office, while Perry White, Police Inspector Henderson, Lois Lane, and Turkey Morgan look on in dumbfounded amazement.
Come back here. I saw you fire that shot. You can't get away now.
That's what you think.
That's what I know. Oh, playful, eh? Evidently you haven't heard that bullets bounce off my chest. Well, what are you waiting for? You've got 3 more cartridges in the gun. Come on, shoot them at me. Let's play catch. Oh, those are a little wild. You're getting nervous. Let's have the last one dead center and watch it bounce.
You'll never get me alive.
Oh, so that's it. Saving a last bullet for yourself. No, you don't.
Let me go.
Sorry, you're going to live to face the music. I'll take that gun.
No, thank you.
Now, in you go to tell your dirty double-crossing story to Mayor White and Inspector Henderson.
No.
And when you're through, I want the honor and privilege of escorting you to jail, where I hope they keep you for the rest of your twisted life. Come on, Mr. Rat.
Lifting his captive by the scruff of the neck, Superman carries him back into Perry White's office. Who is the man who tried to silence Turkey Morgan and then, cornered, attempted to take his own life? We'll know tomorrow, gang, when we bring the mystery of the Ghost Brigade to a smashing climax and begin another exciting Superman adventure. So don't miss tomorrow's doubleheader, the solution of the Ghost Brigade mystery and the beginning of another story. Be sure to listen, same time, same station, to the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time. Watch for the Superman Adventure serial, soon to be shown at your local movie theater. This program came from New York. Stay tuned to your mutual station for Captain Midnight, which follows in just a moment. And right after Captain Midnight, you'll hear Tom Mix and his Ralston Straight Shooters. Art Van Horn speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, Mayor Perry White makes a desperate last-ditch fight to save his administration as Superman takes an important prisoner, and the secret of the mysterious Ghost Brigade is revealed.
All right, step inside. Turkey Morgan will be interested in seeing you.
Now, get your hands off me. Put me down.
Inside, I said.
Superman, what's going on?
Just a moment, Mr. White. Turkey, do you know this man?
Let me go.
I'll say I do. He's the guy you want. He's the leader of the Ghost Brigade.
Gang, how'd you like your pup to be judged the best of all the dogs of every breed in America's most important dog show? Well, thousands of people jammed Madison Square Garden last year just to see that lucky winner, Warlord of Mazalane. Congratulations poured into Nate Levine, the man who handled and trained Warlord. To Nate, it was just one more prize to add to his collection. For Nate Levine is one of the greatest dog handlers in America, and winning prizes is an old story to him. You see, Nate won his first prize when he was all of 10 years old, and he hasn't stopped winning them ever since. He won that first prize of his with a lovely little collie named Pine Ridge Sweet Mary. It was something to see when that 10-year-old kid proudly walked up to accept the coveted award he'd snatched from under the noses of the professional dog trainers. Now, that started him on his career, and he's stuck to it ever since. Now, when it comes to naming his favorite kind of dog, Nate just can't do it. I just can't pick a favorite breed, he says. I don't have any. There are wonderful dogs of every type and every kind. Wonderful collies, boxers, Scotties. After all, dogs are very much like people. Just as you don't have all the best people belonging to only one race, so you don't have all the best dogs belonging to only one breed. I like a dog because of its individual qualities and not because it happens to be born a member of a certain breed. Well, Nate, you should know. Gang, be sure to listen at the end of this program because we'll be giving you some training tips for your dogs from Nate. Be sure to listen.
And now, the adventures of Superman. With Superman's capture of Turkey Morgan, who, disguised as the deadly assassin Jack the Ripper, terrorized the city of Metropolis, the mystery of the Ghost Brigade reached an amazing climax. Brought to Perry White's office in City Hall, where he was cross-examined by the editor-mayor and Police Inspector Henderson, Turkey finally broke down and was about to divulge the identity of the leader of the Ghost Brigade when suddenly a shot rang out. Almost instantaneously, Superman leaped forward and knocked Turkey to the floor, and the bullet buried itself harmlessly in the wall. Then, without wasting a second, the Man of Steel whirled and streaked out into the hall in close pursuit of the mysterious assailant. Now, a moment later, he reappears, holding a familiar figure by the arm. White, Henderson, and Lois Lane stare in surprise, but Turkey Morgan lunges forward, pointing an accusing finger.
That's him. That's the guy. I took orders from him. He and Mike Hickey were pot grades, Cesar.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, they made a deal. Hickey would turn this town on its ear, and then Hammer would walk in and grab the mayor's office and spring Hickey out in a pen. Between the two of them, they'd have this town sewed up tight.
Good heavens.
Listen, White, if you think that criminal's word will stand up against mine...
It'll stand up all right, Hammer. And the charge of attempted murder will stand up, too.
Will it? On whose evidence? Your friends? The people of Metropolis will never believe you. Besides, you'll never get to them before I'm elected mayor.
Oh, good heavens, Chief. The special election. It's tomorrow. I forgot all about it.
Yes, the special election. No one will ever believe the man they themselves chose could be guilty of any crime. You'll never be able to tell them in time.
I won't, eh? Hammer, you're going to get the shock of your life. Henderson, take him away. I've got work to do.
Right, sir. Come on, Hammer. There's a law against carrying a loaded weapon in this city. Or didn't you know it?
Oh, Inspector, what about Turkey? You want me to take him in?
I can handle them both. Come on, Morgan.
Well, Inspector seems happier than I've seen him in a long time.
So am I. And now let's get to work.
What can we do, Chief? It's almost 10 o'clock. You'll never be able to get a special edition out in time.
Oh, special edition be hanged. I'm going on the air. I'll talk to the people directly.
But how will you get an audience?
You go back to the office. Get on the phone. Get Jimmy on the phone.
Yes.
And Ken, if you can find him. Call everyone you know. Get them to call everyone they know. Spread the word all over town that I'll be on the air at 11 o'clock, and I'll tell the whole story of the Ghost Brigade.
Good idea. Think I can lend a hand, too, Mayor White. See you later.
Right. And thanks, Superman. But remember, we've only got 1 hour.
Hello, Mr. Gaines. This is Lois Lane of the Daily Planet. Now, listen, this is important. Please listen to station WDPN tonight at 11. Mayor White is going to make an important speech. And call all your friends, will you? Ask them to listen.
Hello, Bob. This is Jim Olson. I want you and your folks to listen to the radio at 11 o'clock tonight, will you? Mayor White's going to talk. He's got something important to say. And call up all the other guys. Get everybody to listen.
That's right, ma'am. 11 o'clock tonight. Mayor White is speaking.
Don't forget, it's awful important. You gotta listen to him.
Mayor White, 11 o'clock.
Mayor White, 11 o'clock.
So Perry White's friends leap to his aid, calling one number after another, passing the word throughout the city. And high in the night sky, Superman does his share for the fighting editor. Young Jimmy Olsen, taking a breather at the office window, looks up, stares, and calls...
Miss Lane, come here quick.
I can't, Jimmy. I haven't time.
You gotta look. It's Superman.
Oh, what's he doing?
He's flying over the city, pulling a banner along behind him. See it? Must be at least 100 feet long.
Oh, yes. Here, Mayor White, 11 o'clock tonight, station WDPN. Oh, how wonderful, Jim. That's what he meant by lending a hand.
Wow, what a deal.
Good heavens. It's 11 o'clock now. Turn the radio on.
Leaping lizards.
Bring you a special address by His Honor Perry White, Mayor of Metropolis.
In time.
Mayor White. Friends and citizens of Metropolis, I am speaking to you tonight not as the mayor, but as a man with certain facts in his possession. Facts which you must know. In the past 2 weeks, Metropolis has been visited by what has been popularly called the Ghost Brigade. We've seen Captain Kidd, Jesse James, Jack the Ripper, and others. Well, they have been led by a Benedict Arnold, by a double-crossing traitor in our own city government, by Councilman Albert Hammer.
That's telling him, Chief.
Councilman Hammer entered into an agreement with Mike Hickey, former political boss of Metropolis, now in the state penitentiary.
Well, here are the latest returns, Chief. Read them and cheer.
A clean sweep. Certainly makes me feel good.
It should. That was a wonderful speech you made last night,
Oh,
Chief.
it wasn't only the speech. It was your work, Lois. And yours, Jim.
Well, thanks, Mr. White.
And that expose on the ghost that you wrote, Jim.
How in the world did you ever find out, Clark?
Oh, by fitting the pieces together. Obviously, the wax figures couldn't move by themselves, but the wax pieces we found fitted them. I did some checking with Turkey Morgan and found out they had a woman, a seamstress, make the clothes using the statues as a model. When she fitted the clothing to the statues, some of the wax came off, sticking to the material. And the pieces dropped off later where I found them.
Well, the whole thing certainly was ingenious. Too bad a mind like that couldn't be used for good instead of evil.
Well, it's getting late, and I have a story to write.
Oh, no, Lois. No more work. Not for a while, anyway.
What?
What do you mean, Chief?
We're all going on a vacation, starting right now.
Oh!
I want you and Lois and you too, Jim, to be my guests on a fishing trip.
Oh,
Hey, that's marvelous.
Well, my boat is in Florida now. We can catch a plane tonight and be out on the Gulf Stream in the morning.
Oh, Jim,
no more
that's
work,
wonderful.
no more work and no more worries for the next 2 weeks.
Editor White smiles, and Kent, Lois, and Jimmy smile with him in anticipation of 2 full weeks of pleasure. But their smiles would fade instantly if they could only look ahead. For what Perry White plans as a vacation cruise may turn out to be the strangest adventure of their lives. We'll know more in just a moment, gang, so keep listening.
Gang, here are some tips from Nate Levine, one of the greatest dog handlers in the country, on how you can train your dog to win at the dog shows. For one thing, Nate tells us, never hit a dog. If you hit a dog, it will become afraid of a hand and unable to take direction. Now, that doesn't mean you're to let a dog do anything he wants to. Be firm with him, but never rough. Don't let him go right if you want to go left. Use the leash to train him, but don't hit. And when your pup has done something well, let him know it. Give him a pat or a special treat, and let him know you're pleased. Now, if you're preparing your dog for a dog show, you've got to watch the way he walks, his gait it's called, and see that he moves properly. There are different gaits for different breeds, and your dog must have the proper gait if he's going to bring home a prize. You've also got to train him to acquire the mannerisms of the type of breed he represents. He must be able to take the kind of pose at the dog show which is correct for his breed. Now, all this takes a lot of practice. It's no cinch. So make sure you practice posing your dog and training him at home so that when he comes to the show, he'll know what to do and how to do it. Well, there you are, gang. A few hints from the master. Right now, you know, the master, Nate, he's busy training dogs for the big Morrison Essex show that's going to be held May 22nd. It's the biggest outdoor dog show in the world, and Nate will be entering some collies, boxers, beagles, and Shetland sheepdogs. Nate always enters many breeds because he believes that there are fine dogs of every type, and he judges them just as he judges his friends as individuals. Well, good luck, Nate, and may the best dog win.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. As you know, Perry White invited Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen on a southern fishing trip as a reward for having helped solve the mystery of the Ghost Brigade. As we join them now, they have flown south and are all aboard White's cruiser, the Marauder, drifting on the warm blue waters of the Gulf Stream off the coast of Florida.
Gee, Mr. White, this is swell. Wait till I tell my mother about fishing way out on the Atlantic Ocean.
I've got one. I've got a fish.
Oh, hold your rod. Hold it up. Start reeling, Lois.
Oh, boy, look at him take.
Hold up your rod, I said.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, I lost him.
No wonder. You fish like a washerwoman.
Well,
You keep the line taut,
How do you
Lois.
expect me to catch anything with everybody screaming instructions at once?
We weren't
I
screaming.
give up. I do.
Maybe I'll hook the one you lost. I'm at a strike for over an hour.
Make it fast. We're going in soon.
Oh, gosh, do we have to?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. It'll be dark soon.
Hey, bet you an ice cream soda I catch one before you do, Jim.
Okay, Mr. Ken, it's a bet.
Right.
Come on, fish, get hungry.
Oh, look, the moon is coming up.
Where?
See it on the horizon over there?
Oh, you're crazy. There's no moon tonight. And if there were, it'd come up out of the east. Over there.
Well, then what's that strange glow in the sky just off the water? Do you see it?
No.
Great Scott. Where are the binoculars, Chief?
On the transom.
Oh.
What's all the excitement?
No, Lois discovered a new moon in the north.
Do you see anything, Clark?
Plenty. Reel in, Jim. Chief, start the motor. We're going out there.
Are you crazy?
No, there's something floating out there, something strange.
I don't care. We're going into dock.
You can't just ignore it, Chief.
We can't go tooting off into the ocean chasing strange lights either.
It isn't just a light. It's something
Oh,
fantastic.
now look here, Kent.
Start the motor, Chief. We've got to go out there. Lest my eyes deceive me, we've stumbled on something out of this world.
No one, not even Clark Kent, realizes how true those words are. The strange and unearthly glow is something out of this world. Something that has never been seen by the human eye before. Gang, whatever you do and wherever you are, don't miss tomorrow's opening episode of the new Superman story, The Mystery of the Sleeping Beauty. As Clark Kent said, it's fantastic and amazing, and you'll thrill to every minute of it. So join us tomorrow, same time, same station, for Chapter 1 of The Mystery of the Sleeping Beauty on The Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time. Watch for the Superman Adventure serial soon to be shown at your local movie theater. This program came from New York. Stay tuned to your mutual station for Captain Midnight, which follows in just a moment. And right after Captain Midnight, you'll hear Tom Mix and his Ralston Straight Shooters. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, there's a little bit of a slight exaggeration regarding the Ripper. He killed 100 people and died 100 years ago, they said. Actually, there were only 5 confirmed Ripper killings, and the soonest that he could have died was in 1888. Nobody knows for sure. There may have been additional victims, but it's quite a bit less than 100. Part 10 has some really intense and well-done suspense and action. I think Lois's growing panic at the presence of the Ripper, it really is chilling, and it has you on the edge of your seat. And I like Superman's really quick save. It really does have the effect of it actually happening like somebody being shot. It's all out, it's out of nowhere, and it just depends on the quickness and speed of Superman. Part 11 actually had several things that cracked me up about it. Mainly it was the ridiculous special election plot. And it's probably the story's biggest flaw because you didn't have to go there. The city council could be voting the next day on whether to impeach Mayor White and remove him from office if they'd given them that procedure. But instead they trigger the special election, which leads to an absurd effort to, in 1 hour, get everyone to listen to the radio at 10 o'clock at night by calling people on the telephone. Superman's idea was helpful, but I thought about it later, and I was like, it was 10 o'clock at night. How does flying around with a banner at 10 o'clock at night help people know to listen to the radio? That, and if you're in the suburbs, Superman was probably too high up to see anyway, and a lot of people are in bed, but maybe just the power of mass telephone communication. Jimmy and Lois may may have saved the day. It's actually an amazing super feat for Superman to get this huge banner printed up. It's like super screen printing power. How did he do that? He's Superman. I guess we can give him a pass. And then we won the election. The first thing I'm going to do now that I'm reelected mayor? Vacation! Yeah, that'll establish the confidence of the citizens of Metropolis. Now, don't let the fact that I am poking a little bit of fun at episode 11 make you think I didn't enjoy the serial. I did, and I thought it was a clever premise and really just, like I said, some great moments. I think episode 10 was probably the best of the serial and one of the stronger Superman episodes that they've done. James Lanza enjoyed the serial. He wrote his only complaint was the revelation of Hammer. It was like, no, really, this antagonistic city councilman is or at least the undervillain for my Kickabee. And yeah, that's a fair complaint, but probably counterbalanced against everything else in the serial. It's been a good one. All right, well, Sunday we start a new serial. Be sure and listen to that. If you do have a comment, send it to me, adam@adamsweb.us. And be sure and rate the show on iTunes. And pick up your copy of Speed Trap from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.